What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast. And man, the narrative continues. And today's video, I'm going to show you some things that you might find very interesting. Some you may know, some you may not know. But the wealth gap is increasing as we speak. And when and I reiterate this all the time because I don't like it's hard for people to really understand this because they don't see it. It's all happening behind the scenes, but by the time they realize what has happened, it will be too late. And so on this channel, I want to help you guys see what is happening so you're not unaware, so that you're in the know and that you can participate and help, support your family and not fall behind and hopefully bring others along. Now, this is Kathy Wood from ARK Investments. And this is this is a nail in the sure place for sure of what she's saying. Listen to her words.
The internet, the standards or the protocols on which the internet is based, they were free, right? And the real money was made in the applications on top of the internet. So Amazon, Facebook, Twitter. We believe the opposite is going to happen here. It's called the FAT protocol thesis. And what this means is that the big value, the value that we see that's going to scale to the greatest heights are in the currencies themselves. Because, right, they are going to be an indication of how valuable the underlying protocols are.
XRP Ledger is currency agnostic. Interledger and Codius are both currency and ledger agnostic. Nobody needs any specific token. If we want XRP to be valuable, we should, in my opinion, optimize it for interledger Codius type world, which means keeping it simple, efficient, and reliable. The coins are going to value the underlying protocols. The interledger protocol is a Web3 standard. This is a ledger that connects all payment networks, cryptos, and blockchains. In other words, it connects all the money. XRP will be an indication for the value of the interledger protocol. Interledger protocol can connect all ledgers. XRP will be used where cheap and efficient payments make the most sense. Some of the use cases is Hyperledger Quilt and Aroha.
Okay, and that's Darren Moore Jr. If you haven't followed him, give him a follow. He has great content. And what she said is absolutely true, that it's going to be based on the underlying protocol. That's what the value is going to reflect. And right now, we're still in a speculation market. The real utility hasn't begun. And I think that what is happening with Doge is going to be a accelerator towards regulation, just like Libra was a catalyst to spur this digital currency space. I think Doge is going to be in essence a catalyst to help regulations jump in, because when you look at Doge, how is it in the top three, or was in the top three in terms of market cap? That makes absolutely no sense. It's a joke. And for people who've made money off of it, good for you. Good for you. But we got to realize that there's no real utility. There's no protocol underneath it that has any kind of value. And so that's where we're at on that. And I always mention all the money. And all the money is something that comes from this video. Okay? And many have seen it before, and many haven't. If you're new to the space, maybe this is something new for you. But look what he has to say about what is the total addressable market size.
Some people have heard me say this before, but I'll throw it out to the audience. What is Interledger's total addressable market size? All the money. Nobody.
All the money. And he's being serious here. And if you want something that's scalable, you need efficiency along with it. You need transparency, And that's what the Interledger along with XRP provide. Now, here is Gary Gensler talking about, do we have the technology to have faster settlement times? And I'm sure he's being very cautious about how he says things because currently there's a case, SEC versus Ripple, which is super important. And we know what XRP brings to the table in terms of settlement times. Now let's play the clip.
Doing to evaluate the potential use of blockchain to help speed up settlements. And I'll start with you, Chairman Gensler.
So you're right that technology exists today to shorten settlement cycles, even maybe to the same day. I think there's a business model issue as to whether it's still netted, which has a lot of economic advantages. In terms of the underlying ledger technology itself, I would defer to Mr. Botson as to whether they find it's helpful to have a distributed shared ledger or a sort of a single party ledger. And then what the role of the SEC would be is to ensure that whatever rules they're proposing has the resiliency and the important safety of a clearinghouse, because this is a systemically important clearinghouse. It's the largest, it's really the sole clearinghouse for liquidities. But I turn to Mr. Botson.
Okay, so there you have it. I mean, he's being very cautious with his words, and you know, you can't really say anything while there's this case at hand. Now, I'm gonna get into a little bit of speculation here, and I'm letting you guys know beforehand. And this is not based on any fact. This is just mere speculation. But this came out on Fox News, and I know the Bearable Bull has been talking about blackouts and the big blackout. Who knows if it'll happen or if it's gonna happen? But it's interesting how their Fox News is putting out this sort of content. Take a listen.
It's true. America is turning the corner on the pandemic. COVID cases just hit a 7-month low, and infections are way down. Almost 150 million Americans have gotten at least one dose of the vaccine, and the economy is finally starting to open back up. It's been a long 14 months, and one writer at the New York Times has a wild idea on how the country can recharge. Quote, leaders from all kinds of walks of life have suggested we come together to heal. How can we heal when we're drained and exhausted? The prescription? 1 week off. A mandatory timeout. Here's how it would work. A paid week off. 1 solid week. No one works. Nothing happens. No work emails, no schoolwork. No one working in restaurants or making robocalls. Who makes robocalls? Full nation vacation. But it comes with a big catch. There would be no internet, no Instagram lives, no Netflix and chill. No gaming streams on Twitch. And everyone in the media would be on this break, so there would be no 24-hour news cycle. One, I feel like they're trying to freeze us out. We're the problem.
And, you know, if you're hearing that on mainstream media news outlet, it sounds bizarre, outrageous, crazy. But if you start hearing this more and more, I would not rule it out that, you know, we could see blackouts, and so that's why you would need to prepare for a situation like that. I think that it would definitely be pretty chaotic. But I don't know. It's speculation. Of course, I'm saying it's speculation, but it's something to be aware of, or at least entertain the idea. Now here is Cheryl, Hank Paulson, and Bob Rubin and Tim Geithner. And Hank Paulson was the Secretary of the Treasury from '06 to '09 during the, you know, great financial crisis. And it's so funny. I mentioned in the beginning the wealth gap is increasing ever so more nowadays. And these people, they laugh, and you know, Digital Asset Investor posted this. He said, "Dirty little secret. These people see us as gum on the bottom of their shoe and create these marketing phrases to control people and make them think they care." Okay, and it's nothing can be more true. And you know, when they are laughing about this inequality gap, it's makes you wonder. But I thought I'd show you this.
So, income inequality. This is something I think we've all thought about. You know, I was working on that topic when I was still at Goldman Sachs, and And
In which
Well,
direction?
you're working on increasing it.
yeah, make it wider.
But I think
Yeah, but I would say
I think Cheryl was approaching.
I think Kim.
so. Income inequality.
And so that's why if you position yourself in investments that will help you thrive in the future, then you'll be set with your family. And I always talk about taking profits, and every person's situation is different. And I'll sound like a broken record, but I just want to reiterate that, okay? Because at the end of the day, those numbers in your banking account, I get that that's what our economy and our world runs on, so you need it. But if we talk about the fundamental of it, it's basically IOUs in your bank account and their banking liabilities. So um, it's something I keep on mentioning, and I'll sound like a broken record, but I'll keep saying it because I want you guys to be aware and to learn. And this is what this channel is all about: is being able to learn more every single day. I hope this episode has brought you some value. Like and subscribe. Comment below. What do you think about these blackouts? Let me know in the comment section below. This is the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.